The president today is convening this important press conference. Is the man of the show. He's going to lead us in this. But before we do that, we would like to make some things very clear to the members of the press. For the past 1 year now, the president made a promise, and that is a promise of access to media, access to information. And as a democratic football institution, we always look forward to have free flow of the information from the institution to the media houses. And as the chairperson of the Information and Public Relations Committee, we're glad that some of the journalists are picking the right things, and they do the right thing. They pick the information where it is, publish it as it is. But we also want to call upon some of the journalists who don't come but take information from sources that are not confirmed to run the information separately. Your president is a very democratic person. He has been making anything possible to bring the world close to South Sudan. We were cut off for the past 4 or 8 years because of what we call football diplomacy. And we have seen this football diplomacy. That's why your president is bringing the world close to you. This can also be supported by improving the media and by also allowing journalists to interact with the president. Today, he will lead this show, and we'll have a separate meetings with other football communities somewhere in some media groups. And you will have also some few interviews for those who have made the booking, face-to-face for 3-5 minutes. If you want to have a question you don't want to ask here, and you feel you want to ask the president alone. So feel free. We have anybody you want to ask here, the coach, the SG, anybody here, myself, the SSFA board of directors. We have Uyual for the competitions. We have Ms. Ann for the medical committee. She's also in charge of other FIFA project for the women. And Mr. Mujahid for the finance. He's also in charge of some other file for the Gulf countries. And Coach Garang, who is in charge of the Central Coaching Committee. And all of us are responsible for this press briefing. So we welcome you all on behalf of the I and PR, and feel free to interact with information to us. Thank you so much.
Member of Information Committee and Public Relations. First of all, on behalf of South Sudan Football Association, to recognize the presence of members of Board of Directors of SSFA, and also recognize the presence of the media in the House, and also recognize the presence of the Secretary General and all the administrators of SSFA, and as well recognize the presence of our senior coach and with his team. I just don't want to forget the presence of the Vice President of South Sudan Football Association. Well, I would like, though it is late, but I would like to say Happy New Year. We are just starting the beginning, especially for the first year. We are starting. We did not meet with the members of the media, and I wish you well this year. I wish you also, you work very hard in also to promote our sports as well, especially the football in the country, through your publications and through communicating to the public, communicating to officials about the importance of football, uniting people, building peace in the country. I just arrived yesterday from Algeria. I'm a member of Chan committee. Chan is this AFCON championship for locals, those who play within the country. It's a second competition after the AFCON, senior AFCON, which involves professionals. But those professionals that are playing at home. So we have 18 teams competing in Algeria. So far, attending the opening and some matches, and the competition is going well. It's being organized by Algeria Federation as well the government, and it is well attended. So far, it's organized for those who want to know, in 4 states, one in Algeria, the main team, and the one is in a place called Constantinia, and the one is in a place called Annaba, and the one in Oran. So the places, the close-up will be on the 4th of this month. Yes, I'm supposed to continue and finish all the competition, but I came here for the purpose of coming to see the preparation of under 20. Last year, South Sudan football participated in so many competitions. All of you know we qualified to group stage in AFCON, on which we are still on race. We remain with 4 matches, with Congo twice, and with Mali away, and Gambia home. So this is one of the competitions that we participated last year, and we continue to participate. We participated with Chan, and we were eliminated. After 1 match draw and 1 match we were defeated. And we participated in the 23, of which 2 draw, but a favor of away made us also to be eliminated under 23. Again, we participate in women, and we are eliminated to women national team, senior team. And we participated in under 20 and under 17, of which for the first time in history of South Sudan we qualified. As the second runner under 17 and the second runner under 20. We qualified to Egypt, that will start competition on 18. And again, we qualify under 20 Algeria. So these are major events that South Sudan has been doing very wonderful in the history of football in South Sudan. And we will continue and still striving to struggle and continue to improve. I would like to congratulate our coaches and all administrators for the wonderful job that they have done last year, and we continue to wish them to continue doing the best thing for the race that is coming. Of course, when we talk of AFCON under 20 and 17, we are talking also of World Cup qualification, because these are major events, and it is very important for you as media house to be informed. And though we have achievement, we have some challenges that we need to know. The challenges to our national team, we have a resources problems of how to prepare them or how to allow them to compete, or to give them conducive situation for our teams, national teams, to compete. However, we are still having hopes that our government will look into our case to support our national teams so that we go and compete, we go and participate, we keep the flag of South Sudan high, and we keep our national anthem that will make our people of South Sudan proud in all this major competition. This is an AFCON, and all the countries of Africa are participating And I think in Egypt we are participating, 12 countries qualified. And we are participating also in Nigeria, 12 countries, which is very rare for a young country, young nation like us to participate in two major tournaments. And we hope that all the witches, private sector, public sector, support their son, their boys, in order to be proud to their people. Technically, we are much prepared. And under 20 now under preparation, though they are not in full camp because of our financial problems that you need to know. Why are they not in the camp? However, we still struggle. We think something will happen for us we have still enough time, 1 month ahead of us, to prepare. So I'm here, coach is here temporarily because Coach Stefano, Cousin, and Gianluca, they are just supervisors of the teams. However, we'll decide who will take under 20 team because all of you are aware that we have relieved those who were coaching the under 20 for all administrative reasons that are known to board of directors. And of course, we also congratulate them for what they have done so far and any mission. Coach, always you have some major issues or important issues that you may be relieved. You may come back anytime. Coach is somebody can be relieved. We understand those of Marino, they had been relieved several times. They go and come, and from Chelsea and from other teams. So relief, I'm seeing social media say, oh, these people, some people want to take a history from them. What history? If the SSA board of directors don't want to participate because of a reason that they don't have, do you think Coach can do a wills without the administration? Who form a team first of all? Who give you facilities? Who give you all necessary issues to participate? And this social media has been told, oh, history being stolen. Well, who is stolen history? I know always it's something that's being known. When a team win, is a coach. When a team loses, is the president. Is it fair? I know now if senior team qualified to AFCON is Stefano Cousin. Augustino is not there. When a team loses, Augustino. When under 17 succeed is Bilal. When 20 is Marino. Augustino is not there. When he loses, is Augustino. Are you really fair, media house? We need to be serious. FDF, they are talking, hey, history is stolen. What history? You met, even me, I don't create history alone. It's a members of board of directors. It's your media. It's all of us, South Sudanese who support the team. It's the fund, those who participated. History, all of us. It's not individual. And I don't say it's me, Augustino, well done. It's all of us. Those contribute. Is Rooney, is Isaac, is Samuel Pawan, is Mokwaj, is anybody, is the fund who came and is alters, is anybody. Is you media who write good things about, is you who encourage. For example, you encourage Magong, you encourage Tito, you encourage Felix. So let us be sincere, we are going well. Administratively, we're well structured. Last year, we participated in a lot of training in terms of, and we have 11 referees being named as international referee. So far, that has not happened in history of South Sudan. and that is a record. We have trained so far the talent referees, coaches for grassroots. We have made good structure, and we are working on the protocol for us to train. The protocols, the CAF has decided to give a session independence to build their protocols for them to train coaches. So far, we have made a number of administrative training. We have made even information training. We also made a lot of training to local football associations. So far in our vision of 2021, 2025, we are going the right path. In other regional issues, me and the Secretary General went for elective General Assembly, of which I was also elected as ESCO member. And also I'm appointed as Finance Committee Chairman. This we have, for the first time, we have standing committees in SSFA, of which we have Competition Committee, Finance Committee as well, Women Committee, and we have also added the Judicial Body Committee. I'm elected, and I'm also the chairman of the Finance Committee in SSFA. So we are well represented. We are working in improving our region competition, and so far we have 3 commissions. We are participating in CAF commission 4 members this year. Two women committee, and we have 2 commission as men. This in regards to our participation, and we are striving to have more. And we have also some, we have in legal committee, we have in CAF, we have also members from South Sudan. And these are continental participation. So far, we have conducted for the first time, even in SSFA, we have bar course that was attended by 2 of our referees in Tunisia and in Morocco. So we are working in development, and as well, because our protocol has not been approved, we are able to send also some of the members of the coaches to Uganda. And we have so far not less than 6 that they are qualified for B. And we have women that has also participated and qualified for C. These are records that the SSFA is not sleeping, is progressing very well. Internally, we are organizing so many competitions, and we have so far have Women League continue, South Sudan Cup, we have a school tournament. We wish if things are going well, they are going to participate in Dar es Salaam, a school competition for Pan-Africa Championship. And also we have what is called hygiene management that we are looking for, which South Sudan is leading this occasion of ministerial hygiene management. And we are using football for public interest. Football this time is not only playing football, it's a lot of things to contribute to society, a lot of things to contribute to human being management. And that's why we are recognized, and the FIFA is supporting us, other organizations are supporting us and we are bringing more stakeholders into this, that we have ministerial hygiene management that being led by, and Caesar Ann is the one coordinating all this mechanism, and UNFPA is on support to this. So we have so many endeavors in how to improve. We have so far grassroots into different states, and we are still striving. We have in Tori, in Awil, in Bor, in Juba here. And we are working with the stakeholders in order to take it to 10 states. So far, we are working very hard. We know the challenges that are facing South Sudan football in the country is infrastructure problems. And infrastructure, we are working very hard. The stadium was said to be renovated, but later on was short of the idea. And that's why it has delayed too much, because what had been decided by previous administration was not enough for completion of the stadium. A lot of things were done. You see mile 7 miles was not part of the project. There are a lot of things, floor lights, issues to do with giant screens, issues to do with information. A lot of things were lacking for the stadium to be completed. So far, the current board of directors has walked around in order to convince FIFA to inject, and then we have to have a loans which are not profitable. They are not profitable. The FIFA give you and then deduct for 10 years. We have loaned 1,800,000 to be injected again to the stadium, so that we have 7 miles constructed. We work very hard in order for what it was lacking in the initial stadium design to be completed. So far this year, your stadium will be open, and we hope you will play home. And internally, South Sudan Cup is today to be open. It will start today in Juba, but officially will be launched in Rumbek, in Zone 1, which is a Group A. And also Zone 3, which is Group C, will be playing in Malakal, of which all the clubs so far they have. Some are there on the way, but I'm sure today or tomorrow everybody will be in place to start the competition. So far we are working very hard, and we have so many good news that we are in contacts of so many agents in order. We have now, you can see Valentino, which is a national team in Qatar, playing in one of the major top team. He was playing in Iran. We have Tito Okello is playing Moimo in Latvia, and so many of them. And we are in contact with all the players outside the South Sudan, the professionals, and you can see most of our national team are playing in Uganda. We have Maker playing in Zambia. We have Bunga is now in Khartoum. Is almost to complete the signing with Mariach, which is a high level of. But we are working around in order to let South Sudan football grow that much. We are working internally to organize administratively of how players are registered, competition is well organized, and all of that kind. It doesn't mean that we don't have challenges. They are there. We have challenges, and most of our challenges in South Sudan is infrastructure, as well financing. We are completely down, but it doesn't mean that we are not working around in order to solve the problem that we are facing. And our members of media, I want to work with you together, and I want things to be open, and then we discuss. And that's why I always, from time to time, I call you so that you are briefed and you understand what is going on development of football in South Sudan. Thank you very much, and I wish you to ask any question that you think is going around or you think is useful for you to know. Thank you very much.
Shortly, but it may not be like a room for different. I make understand your town in the office. I've seen very many different developments into South Sudan football itself for your town as the time in the period of 1 year plus some months. I've seen different changes. I don't know what happened last year because we're supposed to have a general assembly. What took place, whatever it didn't happen. And some people were questioning me. And I told them that time is beyond me, but it's the right time or I can say any question any person is going to ask. That's the right time. The rate is part of the topic or not that's not mine. I think I can answer the question. Thanks.
Sure. Thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. My name is Emanis. I want to issue. My question goes to the president as a group of some of the people who are the government of the country going out to acquire some other things to do with the sporting notices and so now let's come to the other side of the party. Most of people, are we seeing people are complaining journalists on those? With one paper show that is going on online, wrong information being given by different people. And to my understanding, I come and understand that there are very journalists that are information. Everyone can become a journalist in information. And then when you look at the number of people who are getting this, most of them sometimes are not journalists. There are some journalists who go to the education journalists according to what I study in journalism. I personally focus on report. I don't focus on what we do with the report we use or other things. But sometimes also we look at the big part of this is that when we come like this for a press conference, because there are people that have different kind of angle of writing the news, both in the headlines and the details. That's where we're facing a lot of the problem. And when you look at the number of journalists here in South Sudan that are trying to work at the make things to go correct, their numbers are not more than 50. That's one thing. And then when you look at the economic information that goes online, now this one will include what the media out. So the question comes, how are you doing as this is president and the rest of the group members and the secretary and the person who is in charge of communication with the secretary? How are you going to work with some of the sport journalists to make sure that the post goes on to the right way and what people want? And how are you going to cooperate together to work with the journalists? Because we have been seeing journalists in the sport journalists are increasing a lot of time. Okay, we are now carrying the information that is the South Sudan national. The result from moving, we will not get the result from people. The result from last time we don't get. You see that in most future, most of the journalists who are really online journalists, most of them are based in Uganda. You look at what is happening in Uganda is what is going on. All the people who, like all the journalists in Uganda, the one who are getting attending research from here. So from here, how are we going to work with the journalists to make sure that the education, the media, and the first talk about our own local program to promote our players? So that is the first question. And then secondly, when we talk of infrastructure, that is the football development of South Sudan. Because I remember before we come to the office, we made a promise of perhaps having very many teachers in Juba. Many people are going to use South Sudan. Because currently when we look at the number of teachers that we are having, it's only a good technical center that is the only ground that I've seen that has a bigger quality in South Sudan. So apart from Bulu and apart from teachers study, what plan do you have again as far as education is concerned? Because if I'm not mistaken, when I made it like about 50 to 2,000. So what is your plan? Give us a education. And then thirdly, is going on about the preparation of the other community. And
No, can I take this so that I don't forget?
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. The first question issues to do with thank you for always attending and always making coverage. The issue of General Assembly, yes. In our statute, we are still on the right track. We are supposed to hold General Assembly. We have not done General Assembly, but we have always been in consultative meeting. And I think all the president of all the sessions last year came, and we met all. We discussed issues, and then in our statute it said the General Assembly can be conducted within either 1 year or 2 years time. So by the statute, we are in the right track. We are organizing. We are focused. General Assembly, you need resources. And that is the problem. For you to transport everybody to come here. And for us to meet is either you don't let under 17 to participate or under 20, or Shan or under 23 to participate. So what is better is just to come and meet and lose resources, and our people don't participate in the team. So it's a matter of priority, because meetings will still come, and we are still having a mandate of having 2 years to meet by statute. It's not. Otherwise, on daily basis, I've been in consultative meeting with all the presidents, and with all and we have been meeting individually as a group, and all issues that are coming up are under solution. However, it's just the issue all is about financing, bringing all members, or if we decide to go and meet somewhere outside Juba, we need resources. So the priority is, okay, you want $100,000 or to organize a General Assembly, and you have under 17 to participate. Whom do you choose now? Is it General Assembly as a priority to sit, to come and discuss, or our national pride like a team to participate and give us hopes and aspiration for our nation? And I think the board of directors decide what is the best. And the decision was for us to participate and use any small resources for competition of our national teams. And that is slightly the issue, but we have a plan, and already we have determined, the board of directors decide this year, that will be General Assembly. We are still discussing to let you know where to have General Assembly. There are so many states that requested to host the General Assembly, which we'll decide, and we'll let you know when we decide lastly. And General Assembly will be done this year. So hopefully we are not shy away, because we have a lot of things that we are doing too. There are things that we see there are gaps that doesn't cover the development of football in our statute. We have a committee that is working on it. We have also to have players statute. We have a lot of things that are going, structures, laws, and all this. They have this committee, they have to finish their works, and board of directors has to approve the agenda of all these things. We are working on these protocols of coaches, and these also are part of delayment. Besides this, you don't need to come call General Assembly without a major agenda. So we are coming with major agenda to the General Assembly that they will discuss and approve. And therefore, it's not just a calling, okay, we see it, we come and greet ourselves and we go. We need to come with a tangible program as a board of directors to let General Assembly be informed, and they decide on this major assembly. But it doesn't mean that we are not meeting. We have continuation of all their sessions. And anybody who is concerned, is right for us to hold General Assembly. I don't know why these people are interested in General Assembly. Do they have an agenda? Let us know so that we put as part of our agenda. Why are they thinking of that there's no General Assembly? If they have agenda, let them give you also, so that we include in our agenda. We welcome them with their agenda. Is it that agenda that they want to have a vote of no confidence in the president? Then let us know if that is the case. Otherwise, it's their right to ask for a General Assembly. But of course, you have not had any complaint from official members of Football Association that has been given confidence by their members in all the 16-member Football Association. They have, I did not have any complaint. Maybe Secretary General, if you have a complaint that the General Assembly has not been held, then you will let me know. But so far, those who are outside the mandate of their General Assembly, maybe these are the ones talking, those who are having a three-dinky tea. Yeah. And I thank you for your comments, for commending that we are doing well is encouragement, and we will look forward that we don't lose the momentum of continuation of developing all the necessary steps for development of football. Yes, in my agenda, in my manifesto, you are right. You are keeping. I'm not blaming the official media. Those who are having nonsense criticism, these are not you. These are those who create themselves a handbag journalist, those who have not gone to a school of journalists. Those who have not gone to a school of journalists, they don't prove information. And they don't come, when we call them, they don't come to come and ask and hear things which are right. They sit outside. Tomorrow when you go and write, they say, this man is for the president. Because you are writing that, what you here you ask me, and you listen. But for them, they don't want to listen. They are fond of criticism. We don't mind about them. We don't say these are journalists. These are handbags and those who have their own agenda. Whether if you don't like who you are, is again who you are. You don't like Mujahid, is again Mujahid. You don't like Secretary General, you don't like Stefano, you don't like. These are people of their personal interest. Right, we don't consider, so we don't blame you for that, because also we know what you write, correct. And when you criticize us, you are positive of it because you check. And there's a general, well, you don't, somebody somewhere said, the Maria president, the Maria club president, that gave 1,000 in Khartoum. He's asking about how 1,000 has been used. These are questions. He said, Mr. Shah, the Shona Lamnia Tutkia gave 17,000 to the club. And we want to come to the national team. You want us to come and to come and audit? Are you an auditor? When you expend your money as a journalist or the media like Al-Mawqif or so far, do we ask you how do you spend money? It's an institutional issue. Our well structures, we have our own administration, we have auditors, and we have even FIFA, who is international not for gift. Any offense of money use is communicated through very transparent manner. It's the board of directors who have to question. When we are in Khartoum, the money received, the head of delegation has to present the report to board of directors. And board of directors has to pass it or reject it. So if you are a journalist, I'm given, for example, Minister of Youth and Sport gave us 10,000. Is it your right to be given a report? Is the General Assembly to be given a report? Is the Board of Directors to be given a report in a manner that's related to regulation and statute? But some of you say, I give 1,000, is it the money? For me to get a ticket to go and participate, maybe ticket even 3,000 or 4,000. Maybe for you, for players to be camping. Like now they are camping, they get transport, they have to, like now they can get to the camp. Can you say, okay, 1,000 we pay for restaurant, for the food of the players? Is it something that you want as a journalist? As a journalist, for you, you are right. There's nothing that you can investigate anything. But those who are in social media, they have their own hidden agenda against the development of South Sudan Football Association. It's not about development, it's about being critical. If you are critical, even we are sitting here, you can say, no, sitting is not well, why people sit like this, table should be here, should be there. It would be a right of anybody to say. You may say, why do I drink water while people are in press conference? Yes. So for matter of people who criticize, we don't blame you for that. Issues of infrastructure, you are right, is part of manifesto. And in fact, we thought that the stadium was well planned and is completed and pay off. But we got it was incomplete. It was incomplete. So our endeavor for us to improve pitches outside become a dream, because we become bogged down by the current stadium. So any small resources that we get, it is either we go and improve the pitches and leave the stadium, which is also a mistake. So we are still thinking towards that. We are still working very hard in trying to improve on pitches, that is infrastructure, outside Juba, outside our capital. However, I want to tell you that we are bogged down of how to complete the stadium, because it's more resources that one was invested to take it outside Juba become an issue, become an issue for us. Either we complete the stadium to be international one, or we leave it like this and we go and improve. So our priority and our resources are now concentrated in completion of Juba Stadium, because it were not what was, or you were promised that the stadium is very complete, being done, and everything. It was not. It was only to be a stadium of South Sudan, but not international. And when we came, we investigated and we got it was not an international stadium being designed. And that's why mean of our resources are bogged down with current stadium. However, we are still striving, and we have an ambition. At least in my term, we will not get away without something outside Juba. We are looking around. We are looking for the support of the government. We are looking for the support of good witches. We are looking also for FIFA. And these are engagement. And that's why when somebody travel is to go and improve relations and try to see how best you can support your country in terms of football development. So it is still in our mind. We have not forgotten. It's still in my manifesto, and the board of directors all are convinced of this. And we are working around to improve on that. You have. Okay. No, you was having that. Okay. Issue. How do you get information? I think it's something need to be developed. We have a media spokesperson who is responsible. We have the information committee. You need to work out. And these days we have social, other media forum. The Secretary General is here, the organizing committee is there. You need to work in collaboration so that you get information. We want you also to be covering the same information. The iRide is there, the Mariah FM as well, also social media. You could create also your WhatsApp forum whereby you share things, and you have also media houses at those locations like Rumbek. You have very active Mariah FM, and you have active journalists who are there. They can connect all the events, and then you cover it. Also the same thing in Malacca. You can do the same thing. So I want you to have that creativity of how you connect yourself to those Zooms, and it's for our favor of football development, for you to be in touch and inform, and then also, but also the media is very important to us, because if you don't reflect the challenges that are facing football, nobody will understand. Some people say, oh, football is, the FIFA is paying money. FIFA don't pay for national teams. This is what you need to know. National teams are not FIFA teams, are country teams. And this is what you need to know. There's no, when South Sudan go and play, they don't say it's a FIFA football, a FIFA club. We don't have national anthem of FIFA that we play. We play national anthem of South Sudan. And that is something that you need to reflect, so that we know all of us, we are responsible for our national team. Being a government, being a private sector, being an individual, we have a responsibility towards our national team to participate, because that is our pride. انت ما تخيل يعني لما تمشي انا جيت من الجيريا الجزائر علام كله في رفرف في المدينه وانت تشوف علم بتاع قاعد هناك شعورك بكون كيف يعني. I think you will be happy. And one time anybody that will go to Egypt and go to Algeria تشوف بتعلم بتاع جنوب السودان قاعد يرفرف. I think you will be much happy. That is your pride, and you see yourself, you are a human within the well-organized recognition. دي حاجة شوف أنا always knock at my door. If أنا نسيت حاجة, keep my manifesto well, because I need to be reminded. Sometimes لما تجي لمحل مسؤولية بتنسى حاجات مش. So media يقول دوك إيه يوم ده قلت كده ما تكون كذاب يا رئيس بتاعنا. So I need to be knocked. So I like your questions and your questions too. وأي حاجة بتسمع مع الشاي ومع الكوفي ومع you just don't shy away from me, even individually. تعالي بس في ميدان تقولوا ولا يا أخي يا رئيس والله في حاجة بقولوا كده الكلام ده كيف. Let us. لو ده كلام فارغ انت you reject from them. وحتى لو كلام فارغ you want to bring them to me, I will also listen. So I give another chance.
I will not give chance to people who have already come on here and have ideas. Very faster. Okay, my name is Manuel about I just want to know the procedure for the
Procedures of recruiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it has been emotional actually, very interesting what you know about the legal because in one case like the first conflict, the question is used and this one is the current case whereby the first statement is handed into another level. People ask the question why it was used. And the issue of the stadium, you mentioned that this year that we will be working on, I want to know that the way thank you. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What's your name? Santa?
Well, let me take the first question that the coach have made us to the procedures of qualification for the procedure. We have coaches, we have a committee for coaches, we have a national committee for national team. The national team, they have committee. And also we have اللجنة المركزية letter 3. When we have anything, then recommendations come from them to the president. When president agree, he table it to board of directors. If you don't agree, we discuss, and we have unanimous agreement that these are coaches to train. And we just select randomly. We ask CBs from coaches, which are Ma'alijna al-Markaziyya al-Tadrib. ونقول جيب لنا الريكومنديشن والCVs بتاعهم بيجيب لنا what have they done so far ودربوا وين كان دربوا at كلاب وعملوا at achievements or is it a start or anything وهكذا. لما أنا نكون مع رئاسة أنا و vice president we agree is a time, then we give it and we table it to Secretary General to table it as an agenda. And then we come and sit here, discuss, and we bet on it. If we don't agree on the coach, then we board of directors reject, approve. That is the procedures, normal procedures. And of course, the president appoint. At the end of the day, when it is approved by board of directors, then the mandate is given to the president to appoint. We are too democratic to that. Everybody say opinion, this coach is not good, is that, this coach is good, and this how. And this even when we are having CBs for us to select Coach Stefano. And then we were here, and then we have all CB to see who is a good coach for us, for numerous, technically, administratively. These are the way that we select. You say normally the coach that has won, and we have lost. And I say before, I don't think a coach can win without the backing of the president, without backing of board of directors, without backing of the fan and the spectators. So issues that are going around that someone has succeeded alone, I don't think is the right thing for us to say. All of us, we have succeeded, including even the media. Second, there are administrative issues. You guys, I cannot discuss about them. He's my coach. One time I need him to come back again. In Morocco, coach qualified them to the World Cup. Did he continue to take them to World Cup? Is something anybody here can tell me? And because otherwise, those who don't know history of football, when they get something, they say, oh, I have things that always as a leader, as a manager, sometimes you can endure your own coach for some reasons. Because also I'm a person that don't need to demoralize a person. I'm not the person who always, I believe all of you, maybe I'm elder than you. I believe there is an experience of management that you don't have. If you are under my leadership, I have to manage you, I have to mentor you, I have to let you improve for your life, for the life of the community, and for the life of the whole nation, if I can do. So issue why we relieve the coaches, these are administrative issues, these are technical issues. That board of directors is not president that have relieved. Board of directors are not crazy for somebody that will give them the results just to decide, we don't want this. They have to discuss. And I want to mention to you, you know, if you go to our resolution, Marino is a brother to Thiong Jong. That when the head of delegation gave us the report, he's sorry to say this, gave us the report. You know who raised the motion of relief? Is Thiong Jong. Anybody that can be against his brother? But he was convinced there is a reason for the relief of those people. And as a gentleman, you have to raise the motion himself. It's not this. With me, I have listed. And when raised the motion. All of us were there. The vice president is there. I think Secretary was not there. I think Uyal was not there. He was not there. Ann was there. Majid was not there. When he raised, when the report came, discussion, Tiong has to raise the motion of relief. And he's his brother. Then he was convinced beyond reasonable doubt there is a reason for the relief. But I'm not going to give you details because he's still my coach. He's going to coach clubs, he's going to coach national teams, he's going to come back. As though things has improved, he will still come back. And that's why I mentioned Marino left Chelsea, came back, left where, came back. Where. And sometime the Tottenham coach was relieved, and then he went to PSG, and he was successful there. So how many coaches is being rotated? It's not an issue. Now we relieve Stefano. Do you think that he's going to criticize us? It's not a professional thing for a coach to do. I can see coaches talking in social media. Oh, yeah. Are you professional? Stefano now, with his team that was in Iran and his old team that I met in Qatar, he was relieved from there. But he's still a friend to those teams. And that's why I have to take two of our players to go and play in Iran. It's because of his relation. Coach don't need, if I'm a professional coach, I don't need to create a problem and grudges with the administration. That's not the behavior of a coach. And it means that you are not a coach. Last time we have a coach here, Joseph Sidelful, was the team manager. We relieve him. Did you get him talking? Because he's professional. He will not talk. Because tomorrow he's coming. And I think you need to remind the coaches. The coaches that we have that are talking in FDF are not coaches. I'm not sorry to say that. If you are a coach, you need to respect your statement. And I think those who talk in football development forum are not for development, are for sabotage of development. And I will go to press conference with them. Even we call them, you come join us here. They don't come. They want to talk behind doors. So relieving those people is for the progress of under 20. It's not for bad things of under 20. And under 20, you know, do you think that there is a team that I spent 2 weeks staying in Khartoum with them? It's me struggling to at least to manage. It was a very terrible situation that the president has to stay with the team for 2 weeks. Secretary General was there. And those we relieve, these are our brothers, and we need to support them to succeed. I think they're talking too much, but that's not the right way for a professional coach. You advise them. If you have a relation with them, you advise them. Professional coach don't talk if it's relief. You say, thank you for the time that you give me. And in me, I'm professional general. When I was relieved from immigration, did I criticize the government? Because I'm professional general. It is either you rebel or you respect the order of your president. For those who are not professionals, they do anything that they want to do, and we don't know a mind about it. It will not harm us, it will not reduce our ability to continue. So the relief of these coaches is for the favor of under 20. And you go yourself as players, you yourself. As a journalist, go and ask them one by one. Go and ask Loro. Go and ask Goodwin. You go and ask them as individual. I think if you don't cry, you will say the board of directors, they have taken right decisions. Go and ask players, not me. So that you get right thing. And even those who are talking, I don't know, Makwai was there. He just a supporter of team, he went to Khartoum. Makwai can tell you who was training under 20. Who was training under 20 when we were in Khartoum? Makwai? I think it was Stefano. And even social media can reflect. Rooney, you can ask. Who was training under 20? Stefano Kosi was the one training. But we need to honor our own coach. You stand there. So I don't want to go far because I will have so many criticism, which is not good for them. The stadium? Okay. The time for the stadium, I'm not a constructor. And that is my problem. I'm pushing. I want to open even tomorrow. But a contractor is a different thing. So I'm with you. I want to open tomorrow. Even the president of FIFA, he always asks me, President, when are you opening because you want to come, because it is of his honor to come and grace, and even the president of the country has to, because it is the facility of our people. So we don't want you to give you an absent date. And the contractor has been given so many dates. When we came with Amin, he said he's opening in July because there was election in July 2021. When we came in, we were elected, he said, in September will be okay. Then we go to November, was okay. It's still a nightmare. We came back, there's no money, we get to FIFA, we convinced them to give us a loan for completion. We gave all the money. It's still day by day, but this year I'm sure we'll finish. This year. If not finished, somebody will be somewhere. This is what I will tell you, but I'm not going to fix a date because I will be liar. Even the contractor say 15 February. So the question is, the head of the stadium is the vice president. So anything, don't ask me. Ask him. He's the one to tell you what is the date. Even me, I'm asking him. Because it's his responsibility to continue and push for the contractor. So that is it. For him, what is it?
No, I think you repeated the same thing.
The same thing, yeah.
Okay.
Is it okay, or you want more?
You want more from him?
No, we can. President is Amada, so what I couldn't decide.
Clear. Talk.
Mine is just a follow-up because I've just seen something trending online and I was doing some people asking me to always speak about it. And I told them I didn't get it from the session and I didn't get it from so there was the person was that was they are training or let's say the position of the squad. It came early before and I don't know how the people manage it. Link the information before SSFA announced the position of the squad. Then secondly,
The squad of under 20?
yeah, the under 20 is the one position of the squad was released. Then secondly, the issue of the field, I've just seen it is trending online. The certification of the playing ground of that is the national stadium. And up to now, I've not even seen it on SSFA page or even website. They want to see approved by FIFA. And I was questioned also by the listener and the people who are watching. How did this happen? Then I told them the reason why I didn't post it on the page is that they have not even given the information because I think the grant comes out from it. Then when are you going to appoint the new coach from the interim coach who will take over the under 20? This is the question because the rest, they see what happened about coach, those of them are forgotten in the back. We are not going to if you ask the media, we would like to know when are you going to approach for the next court or the next news for discussion.
Walter, Joseph, thank you.
Both.
Ah, okay. Well, issue of anything to do with media, you ask the one with the camera. It's not our problem. Is you ask one with camera and Albino. He is the one to tell us. I don't know. Those of Samuel Pawan and these are the media people. So if they have not published this, it's something that we need the question. You will answer why. Because it's a major for us, for FIFA president to sign that our field is okay for the first time in our history. Something that we need to be proud, and media should cover it in their own official page. And I think it's a good observation. I don't know whether they have covered it or not. He is also Secretary General to tell us why, because the media also is responsible for his own stuff. For Bibor, it is said by statutes, in absence of General Assembly, the Board of Directors act, and we table it during the General Assembly. So we cannot leave football always being managed by General Assembly when there are things for us to decide that are important, major issues for development of football. Then we wait for General Assembly and then decide. Then we will not play football. We'll wait, under 20 need to participate or not. We'll wait General Assembly to sit. We are a manager on behalf of General Assembly of South Sudan. That's why we were elected for that reason. And then the Board of Directors by statute is mandated to lead in absence of General Assembly, and the General Assembly approve. So that is my duty. And we see, because the government and the Football Association of Pibor appeal for us to be considered. And there are administrative areas of which they are very far from us. They cannot come and play in Juba. They have to play. We have to support them and develop a football at grassroots level. So it is completely their right. And Board of Directors acts in a good interest of the football and act on behalf of General Assembly. So that's why we approve. And any entity, we are waiting even for Paria. If they come and bring their request with the clear how many teams they have, how many pitches and all this, Board of Directors will sit and decide on the favor of development of football. So that is how we read the decision. It's not a president decide. I got the recommendation from National Teams Committee. So, but I just came yesterday, and I'm going to decide to approve. Coach Kozin is there too, because we have a gap. There's no coach, and we cannot leave our under 20 to be lingering around without training. So we have to fill the gap until we appoint the coach. And however, he's a supervisor for all this, because we need to have one philosophy from grassroots out to senior team. But if the senior coach has no connection with the team will not develop one-way training. Because you don't need to give under 17 different style, you give under 20 different style, you give under 23 different style, you give Shan different style, national team different style. Then you will not, and that's why he's a supervisor and he's contracted for that. In absence of anything, he has to train. So he's temporarily, he's not a coach for under 20, but he's just filling the gap until recommendation is given to me. I will consult. I just came to the office, finished. I will consult with members of the board of directors, and we'll decide on who to coach under 20. However, issues to do with the squad and all this is called a trial. Everybody competes. You know, under 20 started with about 80 players, and later on you have to get 24. So I have a lot of things. We are very lucky we have a fitness coach, whichever person having a data. And even those who qualified us in Khartoum, it doesn't mean they are sure they will continue. You have to compete for a position. If you are fit and your data are correct and physically, mentally, you are for the game, and even you yourself, go and watch, you will say, this man is very weak. Let him be out. This man is very strong. So even we are not coaches, but we are looking, we are watching. Yeah. So, sometimes there are players that we disagree, even with the coach, there are players we agree. It is either beyond the time, he will say, President, you are right, this person is not good. And sometimes I believe, I say, coach, he was right, you see, now he's a good player. So merely, the selection of players is merely a technical, which is a coach. Coaches and technical team. Fitness coach and technical coach. With his team, they are our national team. They are responsible for that. It's not we don't. Even you bring a player, you say, Joseph, I'm a good player, you say, you go for trial. I can convince coach for that, for your trial. But for you to be selected is not my responsibility. So within two days, 3 days, the coaches of under 20 will be announced.
The approval is field approval. So it is not for the whole stadium. Because some people in the social media, they were saying our stadium can now host international matches and all this. No, it cannot. Until the completion of the stadium, the team from CAF will come to inspect and then give a final approval for the whole stadium. That is where now we will be able to host the international matches. However, as the President said, definitely 100% it is going to be this year. There are no major buildings now. There are no major constructions in the stadium. What is remaining is finishing, and then tables, fixing of tables, chairs. These are minor things. We were waiting for them. I think they are now on the way from Mombasa to Juba, and the technical benches from Turkey, probably by next week, they're coming by air. And these are few things that are remaining. Our hope is that by March, we need to have it so that we host our first match with Congo Brazzaville. This is our hope so far. But if it goes beyond that, we say it is this year. And we are hoping to be, by March, it has to be open. So the board and the president already formed a committee for opening. Even for General Assembly, as you asked before, there is already a committee that is working on that. So thank you so much, Mr. President, for clarifying many things on social media. I was lucky last time when we had draw. Nobody asked about the coaches. Then I said you are very professional because you did not ask. It was outside that day. So today you have the president who has clarified everything for all of you. Yes, others are administrative. And I think you are now even satisfied with the answer. So thank you very much. I think President is having another function in the social media also to interact and with some of you. So thank you so much.